Fortnite is the game people can't stop talking about. The thing is, some people should probably try to stop talking because there are a lot of things being said about the game that are flat out untrue, and we're worried you might believe them. Today, we'll look into some of these false facts. Before we begin, subscribe to TheGamer and ring that bell to join our notification squad so you never miss a video. Without further ado, here are some false facts about Fortnite you thought were true. Run with your weapons. It's a trope almost as old as video games themselves. You can only carry a certain amount of equipment at any one time, otherwise you'll end up overburdened. So with most games where there's a choice of kit, you have to choose wisely. You have to know what's going to be effective and what's going to be useful and what's going to slow you down. And while some items can look cool, they can only end up making you get around the game slower. You'd think then that this would apply to Fortnite, right? In fact, you'd probably say a shooter where you have to use the right weapons to blast your enemies away would have this as a key game feature, wouldn't you? Well, we hate to tell you this, but it doesn't matter how much you've got. It's not going to impact your speed. Also, you've probably been told how running around with a gun drawn is going to slow you down. In fact, this has become such a trope. You can check out so many gaming videos of Fortnite, and so many of them have got people running around with an axe. Ooh, speaking of which, check out how Dakota's won by just using an axe and then put it on YouTube, for which we are grateful. Frankly, those people who say not to run with a gun don't know what they're doing. In Fortnite, you can pretty much carry whatever you'd like and move at whatever speed you want. You'll be weighed down by your weapons in PUBG, but since we're talking about Fortnite today, that really is a moot point. It'll make you rich. The world of video gaming is, as we're sure you'll agree, a big money world. The rise of esports has meant people who are good at games, or rather people who think they're good at games, can compete for actual prizes in real-world competitions. This is true of Fortnite, with elite squads of pro gamers taking each other on to become the best in the world. In fact, Ashland University in Ohio actually launched a scholarship for its Fortnite squad. Only thing is, the $4,000 scholarship doesn't even cover half of what you have to pay each year. Also, the competition is going to be very high. If you were thinking of being a superstar gamer like Ninja who makes millions of dollars a year, you should realize he's the exception. Unless you have millions of subscribers and Twitch followers, you won't be getting rich from playing or streaming games. Now, if you do want to become rich through gaming, then here's a bit of advice for you. If you can come up with a game that's even better than Fortnite, make it. Then make sure to tell all of us about it, and we can play it too. Skirmish cheat. When Fortnite Battle Royale exploded in popularity, Epic Games did something to capitalize on its success. What better way to show people that your game, which had come out of nowhere and had been seen as a cash-in on PUBG, was a big deal than hold a big event? The summer skirmish was here, and Fortnite players across the globe were determined to prove their greatness and bag themselves a share of $8 million in the process. In the meantime, we were in line for a gaming experience which would seriously take things to the next level of awesome. Chalking up people's kills and victory royales in a leaderboard-style contest with the choice of watching Epic Games' feed or numerous players' feeds, the stream was far more popular. When the dust had settled and the smoke had cleared, there was a winner. It was gamer iDrop's Bodies, who had proven themselves a worthy winner and the master of all things Summer Skirmish. Unfortunately for iDrop's Bodies, some people couldn't deal with someone being better than them at Fortnite. There were all sorts of weird allegations. It got to the stage where Epic Games had to post their findings, proving iDrop's Bodies had won fair and square. He hadn't quit out of games that he didn't think he could win, and every single one of his kills was on a different player. So shame on you if you doubt iDrop's Bodies, because it just turned out that he was a better player than the rest of you. Keyboard advantage. Ever since the early 80s, there has been a split in gamers. It's not just about Nintendo versus Sega or PlayStation versus Xbox. It's about consoles versus computers and which one is best to game on. This debate has run for more than 30 years, and we expect it'll be going long after we're all gone. In truth, the answer to whether consoles are better than PCs, as with pretty much anything in this world, is, well, it kinda depends. We all know console gamers who think computer gamers are all dry and boring, and we all know computer gamers who think they're way more sophisticated and cultured than those of us with consoles. Basically, it's a question of personal preference. We shudder to think what this debate will be like when smartphone technology catches up. Then it will be a three-way triple threat flame war contest, and we don't think anyone who isn't a troll would want that to happen. YouTuber FaZe Agony used a keyboard and mouse to play console players, and he absolutely dominated the field. This is because you can get better precision and better speed with a keyboard and mouse than with a controller. Seriously, if you want to get your ass kicked, using a pad against computer players is a great, quick, and inexpensive way to do it. So you'd say Fortnite gave you an advantage with a computer rather than a console, right? Well, not really. You see, if you have a PlayStation 4, you could still use a keyboard and mouse, even though it's kind of cheating. Secondly, Epic Games caught on to this and realized some people were getting a little bit of an unfair advantage. So they announced a patch which would match players up by their input device. Controller players would wage war against other controller players, while board and mousers would fight each other to the death. You get what you pay for. Things used to be so simple. You used to go out, buy a game, and that was it. The game was there, pretty much fully formed. Well, there were some cool glitches sometimes, but it was all playable, and you had your fun with it. Nowadays, though, it's all changed. Games are being added to, and problems are being solved on the fly. The growth of the internet has been a cause of this. After all, if you can download information, then you can download patches. Heck, you can download entire games. Fortnite is, as we're sure you already know, a game which thrives on online play. Back in the day, it would have been an entertaining enough multiplayer shooter, kind of like GoldenEye on the N64, but it would have been limited to who you could get together for a game. Now, though, there's a whole world out there for you to interact with and challenge, but it's not just the number of people out there. There are a whole lot of updates, which brings us to something that may be the bane of thrifty players across the globe. Freemium is a bit of an annoyance. It's always frustrating to get a game and play it for a bit, only to realize that if you actually want to get anywhere with the thing, you have to pay. Why can't games just charge up front, we wonder? You see, Fortnite wants to sell you stuff. It's in the item shop. Thing is, you don't have to buy it. Now, we know lots of people think you need to fork out your cash to get the coolest things and play the game better, but the truth is, you don't. Everything up for sale. Everything you spend your V-Bucks on is purely cosmetic. You don't have to get it to improve your kill count. Obviously, the game does make a lot of money, around $2 million a day to be exact, but gamers who splash out their cash aren't necessarily going to cash out when it comes to winning. Farewell Battle Royale. It used to be that no one was entirely certain how rumors, gossip, and urban legends came to be. All we know was something was supposed to be true and we wanted it to be true, but it wasn't. We still listen to them anyway, though. Nowadays, it seems like there's one obvious place where we get our unfounded and false information from. In case you hadn't realized, it's the internet. For some Fortnite fans, it was the World Wide Web, which was the fountain of all misinformation, causing chaos, concern, and confusion. Anyway, back in April 2018, something made the rounds online. It was a screen grab of an alleged statement saying because PUBG had taken Epic Games to court for copyright infringement, the game would be shutting its servers for good on May 24th that year. Lots of people panicked and got rather worried about this. Surely Fortnite, the world's most popular game, couldn't be closing. Surely some kind of agreement could be made. Well, there was no need to worry. Firstly, there was nothing on Fortnite's official website, and the statement was full of grammatical errors, so it was quite clearly a hoax, cashing in on how Fortnite's servers were down to iron out some bugs. Interestingly, about a month after this, PUBG's developers did try to sue Epic Games, but the matter fizzled out. Fast forward to September, and a similar rumor made the rounds in an equally similar way. This time, though, Epic Games were going to close Fortnite because they couldn't deal with how popular it had become. The story said September 26th would be the end of things because they couldn't deal with the amount of players. Again, though, this was all a load of hooey. Right now, Epic Games are making a heck of a lot of cash from the game, as well as various merchandise spin-offs. So even if they found themselves running out of server space, they could easily just get some more. Yes, One day, Fortnite Battle Royale will be no more, but by then, it'll be because everyone has moved on from the game and will be playing something else, which, guess what? We'll have the same old fake news spread about it too. There you have it. What's your favorite Fortnite false fact? Did we leave any good ones out? Let us know in the comments section below, and don't forget to subscribe to The Gamer for more videos like this one. Thanks for watching.